You know, the problem with all of this type of stuff is, and you calling in and asking questions, and I should probably be better informed on it, but, we got microphones sitting here every day that we don't use because these things, nobody comes in and explains all of that to the public. And the people who listen to the hotline are mostly city residents and probably are interested in something like that, or maybe they're interested in the upcoming Harvest Festival or anything like that. But nobody says anything. I don't know how the trash system works. I use Waste Management, and that's that.
No, it's accountability. They don't want to go on record for anything. They want to sit back and...
Well, I don't know. Is it me? There is the story out that they want to get rid of it, but politically...
Okay, wait a minute. If you're going to get rid of it, then get rid of it. Stop flip-flopping the rules back and forth. It's like 6-7 times. When I was up and about, I was going to the meetings, and they were changed it from this, then a month later changed it to something else, and they act like they don't know what's going on with the trash service, or they, like you said, they just want to aggravate you so much that you'll just get another service so they can phase it out. If you want to phase it out as a cost savings, then just do it then. Stop aggravating everybody, saying you got to buy this, you got to buy that, or send you notices that your tote fee went up again.
Yeah, well, I don't think the problem is, you and I might have a feel for what life is like on a day-to-day basis. I'm not sure. Oh, God, I hate to say this because they won't like me. When your goal in life is to get to 4:30 so you can leave the city, you're not going to have a feel for what it's like here or what goes on. Go ahead.
I understand that, but what bothered me is, I know that you're swaying that way a little bit. I was listening to the Channel 7 News one night, and the city manager got on. He said, I can't sleep at night. It's keeping me awake at night, knowing that I have to raise your water rates again. Oh, that's what he said.
Really?
You're living outside the city. You don't pay city taxes. You're living outside the city. Most likely don't pay city water. I don't think the water lines go out that far. Maybe they do. But...
Well, I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I think those kind of remarks are insulting and comical.
They are. I was insulted when he said that. Don't put yourself in the city resident's shoes. Unless you're living in the city, paying city taxes, paying city water rates, and that goes for the other 90% of the workforce. Which say, I was at the meeting before I had surgery. They showed up in record numbers. All kumbaya there, trying to back behind the city manager, which, by the way, I don't think he has a right to his opinion, and I don't have anything personal against the guy. He should have never been allowed to speak at that meeting, okay? That's just my personal opinion.
You shouldn't have, yeah. But
council just sits there silent and just let him run away with it. And,
well, that's what they want. They've got the titles, but there's no responsibility or accountability, and they use a city manager as someone you can hide behind when something goes wrong or something. But yeah, that's why I favor the idea of a strong mayor. So you got somebody there with some direct connection to the people.
I do too. The only thing I understand is why wait till next year? Why can't we do it this year? Because he says I'd like another 4 years. Or it's a 4-year term, is it, or a 2-year term?
For what, city manager?
Yeah.
Well, he currently has
2 years.
He currently has no term, no contract. So I don't know. He's
okay. So let's vote on it this November for strong mayor. It's what city residents want. If they want it, then we start January.
Well, you've got to have because you'd have procedurally you have to draft a local law outlining how that's going to work. I mean, it's not rocket science. They'll tell you it is. It's not. And then put it on.
What's their holdup?
And then the earliest you could probably get something like that on the ballot would be 26. This is a gubernatorial year, so you'll have good turnout. But they don't want that. They do not want the voters deciding on something like that.
No, I don't think they do either. That's been brought up before.
And who said they wanted 4 more years?
He said he wanted another term. When I was at the last council meeting before I had surgery, he says, because Mr. Schoen brought it up, Councilman Schoen, he says, are you looking to, he said, no, I would like another term. Well, I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would. But I'm going to tell you one thing, and I don't know, and I really do, I blame the city residents. You have 23,000, 22,000 some city residents.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go up and voice your disapproval of what's going on. You can't have the same 5 or 6 people sitting in the crowd every week. Because it gets to the point where it's really, they're not going to pay any attention to you. You're just saying words up there. You know, if you ever look, somebody's speaking at the mic, look at the camera switches over to the council.
Yeah,
they're not even looking at you.
I know, you come every week and it's,
Some of them are on their phones, for God's sake. They're just waiting for the clock to tick so they can get out of that meeting.
right.
Not all of them, but they're going to have to do something with the budget. He's going to have to come back, and I've told him point blank, don't sit there and hand council a piece of paper saying that taxes, I project 23% here, do something with it. He's going to have to give him a sheet that says, these are my recommended cuts. And I told him point blank, hand them a sheet with the recommended cuts.
Okay.
Do your job. Do what the city taxpayers are paying you to do.
Okay, that said, I got to do a break.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Frank. All right, we'll be back with more in a moment.
Authority. WATN AM 1240.